Opening tip, won by the...
Substitutions.
Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Hayden into the front court. 8-2 our score. Knocked loose. Hayden. Cashes in for two.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
It's the Heat with the possession. To Butler. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Short jumper misses. Burke with it. 10-4 is the score. To Butler. Great pass to set it up and finishes strong.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Here comes the screen. Curling inside. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
He'd have the basketball. Probing the defense. Oh, whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3.
A drive by Butler, but his shot won't fall.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Well, their first three, and they're right back in it, within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those to drop earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
Butler, guarded by Gibson. Jimmy Butler, 2 for 3 now here in the first. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Has a chance, wide open look, won't go. Knicks with the basketball to Gibson. From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Butler to bring it up. 14-13 our score. It's a 1-point game. Waiters to Butler.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
To Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim.
These two teams are matching basket for basket. If the pace of the game is going to be like this, I need to start stretching.
Leonard picked up by Gibson. And Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, 3 for 4. Good start.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat, so the Knicks keep possession. Hayden. Knocked loose. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. It'll stay New York basketball. Peyton. Rebound taken by Miami. Burke with it. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. To Butler. Jimmy Butler looking good. 4 for 5.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Burke with it. Leads 3.
I got him. I got ball. I got ball.
To Randolph. Waiters. Oh, a whistle.
And you can't lunge like that.
That's his second.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Substitutions, Miami. Subbing in for the New York Knicks, number 5, Dennis Smith.
Hey, feed me. I'm hot.
To Dragic. 4-3. Cleans it up. And a putback slam.
And I'm telling you right now, there's always going to be a home for a player in this league for a guy who does the cleanup work around the rim like that.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Knocks it down from mid-range.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Dragic with the basketball. Up by 6. On a pass stolen by the Knicks. The pass taken away.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Trying to cash in. Burke shot off the mark. To Julius Randle. Big finish that time for Julius Randle. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Burke with it. They lead it. 4-point game.
Told you the screen was coming.
Count the basket inside.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
And he scores. Jay, how do you stop that?
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Can you stand? It's coming. Can you stand?
5 to shoot for Miami. Just off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots, but the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
It's the Heat with the possession.
Right.
Here comes the screen. Burke shot off the mark. To Julius Randle. And scores at the rim. Jay, good luck recovering from that.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here comes the screen. Ntilikina. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Frank Ntilikina. Burke with it. Leads a bucket. To Dragic. Screen coming.
Hey, double.
shot from the lane won't go. To Dennis Smith Jr. Oh, big finish at the rim.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Miami's got it. Dragic. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Has a look. The shot almost.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
The Heat grab the board. Turns and slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
To Julius Randle. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Dragic. Has a chance. Berg shot off the mark. The screen sets him up for 2.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
Berg shot off the mark. To Marcus Morris. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Marcus Morris at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 73%. To Dragic. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Scores from the post.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down. Desperation shot here from half court. So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report.
The Knicks have themselves. All right.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters.
All right, let's do this.
Stepping in for the New York Knicks, number 1.
Look long.
Waiters to Butler. Taj Gibson with a piece. Waiters. Off the assist.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Miami with the basketball. Julius Randle tips it. He throws it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Butler. Rejected.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
That's out. Last touch by Taj Gibson. Jimmy Butler for 2. Jimmy Butler. With that, he's 5 for 9.
One of the best in the biz right there. Maybe the best.
To Gibson. And he hits.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Smith now into the front court. Leads 5. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Has to know what's a good shot and what isn't.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
It's the Heat with the possession. Julius Randle sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
I got ball. I got ball. I got ball.
Take stock of the floor. Dragic into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. And stuffs it home.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Gibson. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Butler into the front court. 5-point game. Free throws coming up.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Jimmy Butler, couple of free throws on the way. A career 83% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Down low for Gibson. Taj Gibson. He's now 4 for 6.
Old school equals high percentage.
Butler to bring it up. Down 5. Cruises inside for 2.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there, but see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. The lead is up to 6. Great feed. Can't connect from inside. To Taj Gibson. Smith now. Dennis Smith Jr. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Possession lies with New York.
2 minutes left in the third.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Has a look. Shot by Smith, off the mark. Butler into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. To Waiters. Has a chance. Deep 2 there, won't go. Short jumper, won't fall. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
To Butler. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
The jumper's off the mark. Butler to bring it up. They trail by 7. Wide open look, won't go. Smith with the basketball. They can get a 2 for 1 if they hurry. To Gibson. And the finish at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
He'd have the basketball.
Here we go. I got him. I got him.
And scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Jumper's good.
The assist from number 1.
Long key from 3/4 court. Third quarter comes to an end. The Knicks have the lead. So the Heat will have it to start this 4th.
Come on, y'all. Let's go get it. It's on up.
Substitutions, New York. Into the game for
Hayden with the basketball. Up by 6.
Got him. Double.
To Taj Gibson. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Dion Waiters powers it through.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Pass stolen by Miami.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Waiters to Butler. Trying to cash in. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
Dion Waiters.
Count the bucket for 2.
Strong finish, that's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Dragic with it. The deficit is 6. Butler for 2. Rebound taken by Portis. Down low for Gibson. A drive to the basket.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready.
Oh, yeah, let's double. Try.
Here's a chance from long range, trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Dragic, terrific vision. Oh, emphatic slam.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
New York Knicks basketball. Passed it off. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Elfrid Payton. Dion Waiters, 4 out of 7.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Knocked loose. He'd come up with it. Throws it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Hayden into the front court. All even here in the fourth. Perfect feed to set up the basket. We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie and overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? Butler. Rebound taken by Portis. Here's the whistle. Intentional foul.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Fires the 3. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. 19-footer at the buzzer. Rebound taken by the Knicks. It's a victory for the Knicks.